Hello everybody, Flaming Shark back with another video, and it is finally time. We finished Hunter x Hunter at the end of 2020, and I had one of my best months really of ever doing these reactions in December on the grind to finish Hunter, as well as generally just make a lot of progress on a lot of shows. And it was amazing, and we've kind of paid the price in January with me not posting a whole lot, keeping up with my weekly shows, my ReZero and Attack on Titan, but really beyond that, haven't gotten much posting as we were just finishing our first rotation of January on the 23rd of January, so that's pretty sauce. But here we are. This is the first episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I do not know how I'm going to title this, but I do think I want to refer to it, at least in the main title, as Part 1, and refer to them by parts. Now, obviously, Season 1 of JoJo's is the first two parts. I believe episodes 1 to 9 is Part 1, and then episodes 10 to 26. Yeah, I believe the first part is the first 9 episodes, and the second part is the following 17 episodes, which would be episodes 10 to 26. So, yeah, we're going to be doing some JoJo. Next reaction is just going to be 2 episodes, and then we're going to get into videos that, for the most part, I think we will do 2-episode videos a few times, like 2 or 3 times overall. I don't know how many, I'd have to check, but after we get past episodes 2 and 3, most of the remaining reactions to JoJo will be 3 episodes or more. As you guys know how I kind of tend to do these videos, I don't always do it, but a lot of the time I like to start off slow and kind of build my way up with series like this. So I'm super excited. It's going to be a lot of fun to jump into this because this show is infamously weird and wild and all the things that the Star vs. OP talks about, to sum it up. Yeah, it's obviously also a show that has been generated so many memes that JoJo memes in and of itself are kind of a subgenre of memes. I've even made references to JoJo, and I've never even seen the show, which gives you an idea to how much of a meme JoJo's really is. And I'm so excited to finally get the context of just the experience, the adventure that is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So we're in part 1. First episode takes place in 1800s England, which, I had no idea what to expect. Like I said, I talked about it at the beginning of the video, like the few things I know about it. I know that the different parts are like different stories, and I believe they follow different people who I assume are part of the same family, because they're all like JoJo. Like, that's the point, is they're all JoJo's. But they follow different JoJo's throughout history, is what I believe I knew going in. And then I also knew like the To Be Continued meme, and I knew like a few other like just really random little things that I knew. So very little, probably less than most people who start the show, but I did know a couple things, and I did try to mention everything I could think of before we started episode 1. The first episode was pretty decent. There wasn't really a whole lot to say. It was really not as weird as I was thinking. We met Dio, who to me is already a legend. What the hell is Dio? Dio is a sus, that's what I can tell you. And I talk about it again in the video. I'm not sure if I love Dio or I hate Dio, but he makes an impression. Dio makes a freaking impression the second you meet him, pretty much. By the end of the first episode, he left an impression on me. Again, I'm not sure how I feel about Dio yet. I think I love him, but I'm not sure. But either way, holy moly, Dio is a potato. But yeah, seriously, like, Dio's insane. And this episode was just interesting. Like I said, we met our JoJo boy, who is a rich boy. And Dio is kind of like this poor boy, but because of like a weird thing that happened in JoJo's father's past, Dio's father didn't kind of quote-unquote saved his life, and because of that, down the line, Dio gets a chance to live with JoJo, and Dio is a big ass, and just a lot of fun stuff goes down, and basically Dio is trying to make JoJo's life a living hell, and it's leading to all this saucy stuff that happens, and then there's an implied time skip at the end of episode 1, which leaves us into an interesting part when we do the next 2 episodes and where it's going to go, because now they're going to be older, because they were kids still, more or less, in the first episode, but it seems like they're going to be young adults in the second episode, which should be pretty interesting. And I'm curious, obviously they're going to eventually have a fight, and it's probably going to be legendary, and it's probably going to be a giant meme. And that's really all I have to go off of from what we've seen so far. It's really, really hard to predict. While I don't think the first episode was as weird as I was expecting it to get super weird super fast. And while it was weird, it wasn't like the level of weird I was expecting, at least not right away. But I assume that will change very shortly. But yeah, the art was very interesting too. You could kind of feel the fact that it was a 2010s anime and a freaking, I want to say this part of the manga came out in the 80s, right? JoJo's been around so long. I don't even think JoJo's is a 90s manga. I think originally it started in the 80s. I have no idea. But I know the boy himself's been working on this series for a very long time. So I want to say it started in the 80s. I could be wrong about that. But I'm very excited to see where this goes. This is obviously our next big anime. Obviously, we did Hunter x Hunter. That took me forever. And JoJo likely will take me a similar amount of time, given it's almost exactly the same amount of episodes. Hunter x Hunter was 148 episodes. JoJo's is 152, if I'm not mistaken. However, I am kind of equating the fact that there was a good chance that I'm not reacting to parts 1 to 5 of JoJo, but I'm reacting to parts 1 to 6 of JoJo, because, again, part 6, a lot of people are expecting a part 6 announcement in the coming months, and assuming that happens by the time it's actually out, I will probably be still doing JoJo reactions, so we can kind of tentatively assume that these are my parts 1 to 6 reactions, and then the day that we finally get part 7, I'll be caught up. But we'll see what happens. Who knows? But I want to thank all you guys for showing up. I don't know if this is going to get more. If for anyone who's new to the channel, I do all kinds of reactions. At the time, most of them are not on the channel because this isn't my first channel and archives and stuff. But yeah, eventually they'll be up on the channel. Links down below in the description, obviously, to the reaction. I don't know why I didn't say that at the beginning on Mega and Breach. And obviously, you guys can also check out the other links if you want. You can support me on Patreon, and you can also follow any of the other links if you want to check those out. But yeah, I'm really excited for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think it's a weird series, because I think anytime I'm starting a series as long as this, I'm always excited, but I also know that it's going to be a grind, and I also know that it's probably going to be quite a while before I really see this show at its best. Obviously, Hunter x Hunter, I think, while there were some amazing moments in the first half, and one of the arcs was, my second favorite, I would definitely say that a lot of the best of Hunter happened in the second half. So I certainly expect kind of more of the same, that when we get into parts 4 and 5, potentially, that might be where we get some of the best, at least so far, of JoJo's. But I'm excited for all of it, and it's just one of those things that I've been waiting to do for years. It's one of those things that I've been meaning to do for so long, and I'm so excited to finally be getting around to it. It's finally happening. I'm reacting to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, those of you who have not decided, that can be a mouthful sometimes. I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video, checking out the reaction. It was a pretty long one for a single episode. It was close to 50 minutes, but that's not really that weird for when I do a first episode. Usually, when I do an episode 1, it's a pretty long video. But anyways, that's really all I got to say. So, without any further ado, it's time for me to bid you adieu. Flamin' Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day, and I will see you guys next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.